Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it's afternoon. This is Monday. It rained most of the day Friday, all day Saturday, and then all afternoon yesterday on Sunday. But we are going to attempt to shell corn. It's probably going to be muddy, but we're kind of getting to the point where we need to make some stuff happen. So it's just me, Dad, and George today. I don't know how much we're going to be able to get done, but we have a pretty big 180-acre field below the grain bins that we're going to try to take the ends off of, get opened up, and see how wet it is. There is a chance of rain. I don't think there is tomorrow, but on Wednesday there's a pretty high chance of rain, and they're calling for like 2 inches. So that's kind of got us, you know, wanting to get some stuff out. It's like I say, it's a little too wet, but that's what we gotta get it out of there while we can. So, but we are shelling corn today. Hey, tell your people hi. They ain't seen you for a while.
Morning, world.
Morning?
Yeah.
What world are you living in?
We just started.
Alright guys, all the rain that we had, we were here vacuuming out our leg pit. It had some water in it. Our sub pump had gotten broke, so I've got to take the leg boots out, make sure there's no water in them, and then we should be ready to dump corn over here. Well, the pit's clean as it's going to get for now, but the U-trough auger still has a little bit of water in it, so we'll vacuum that out so whenever I turn the unloader on, it doesn't just pump that water right over into the leg, and that could potentially cause the leg to plug up. That water would go up that leg, then it might come down the distributor pipe that I've got it going to, and just that little bit of moisture could prevent that corn from sliding down, especially if it's, I don't know which bin we're going to. If it's the one bin's got a pretty steep angle, it's got to go down, or a pretty gradual angle. So the slight bit of resistance could cause it to plug up. That's definitely what we don't want to have. Then that burn the belts off the leg again, and that's a big old fiasco that I don't want to have happen today. So, and looking at these stalks, all you can see all the tops are knocked out. We had probably 50-mile-an-hour winds just about all evening yesterday, so I'm really shocked that it's not all flat. I mean, there's some broke over, but nothing bad at all. It looks like the ones that are broke over will be easy to pick up, but you can see the ends here. Crow damage, coon damage, deer damage, critter damage. I think he forgot the head folds in half. Not charging. Hell no. Yeah, it is. How you know? There's a lightning bolt right there. Oh. Let's go get our words of wisdom from George.
Yes.
George is going to tell you about the dilemma of a grain cart operator at Brown Farms.
You never know which way you're going. You go one way and it's the wrong way. You go the right way, it's the wrong way. So you just sit and wait. How's that?
Just gotta wait for him to mumble at you over the CB a couple times.
Bob Lango.
Bob Golian.
Bob Golian then. Still the same. Do it while you film me.
Super cart man didn't unroll his grain cart. Don't worry, I'll get it. Stay in there. Yeah, me and George are gonna move the trucks down here now. We've been waiting to make sure that the field was dry enough we could turn in without getting stuck. It appears like it's not going to be too big of a problem. It's definitely a little muddy. Hopefully we don't get a truck stuck for the end of the day, but it might happen. Who did that? Who did that? Made them tracks in the field.
Me and you? A little. Good golly.
George wants his old ride back, but...
No, the new ride.
Yeah.
I got the old ride back.
I think one of them tractors would be real nice.
They say it's nice.
Float right on the cliff.
The Millennium Farmer said it was nice.
Yeah. When you hit it big on YouTube, you can buy us one. Alright guys, we got the first load dumping in. When I pulled in, I might have made a boo-boo. I kind of hit that door. You can't tell, but I bent the bottom of the door in. Apparently it wasn't all the way up, and I hit it. Oh well, hopefully that's not a sign of bad things to come for the day. And that door really isn't a big deal, but that's going to have me in a bad mood the rest of the day, I think. Stuff like that just, dang it, I knew better. I knew to make sure that door was up, but guess I was in a hurry. Hey guys, while I'm sitting here dumping this truck, I had a question for you. Over the weekend I was interviewed by the Ohio AgNet. They have a podcast on every Monday. If you haven't checked that out, go over to Facebook and check it out. But they asked, when I was being interviewed by Ty Higgins, he asked me, do you know how many of your subscribers are farmers and how many of them are non-farmers? I was like, well, no, I don't. There's no, there's no YouTube metric for that, oddly enough. So that got me wondering. I really never thought about it, but I'm gonna put a poll right there. And if you would, just answer if you're a farmer or a non-farmer. There's real no reason to it, just sheer curiosity, but just thought I'd ask that. While there's not a lot of down corn in this field, it does appear that there's enough that he's got to slow down a little bit. Yeah, it looks like he's got his head about as low as he can get it. But it could have been a lot worse. Like I said, there was pretty high winds there yesterday. Last night, I'm just glad it's not all flat as a pancake. What's up, Big Mike? I reckon just now, I don't know if they got that other truck loaded or not. Just wait till it's loaded and bring it up. Well, we are definitely behind. Cody's waiting on me to get the, he just brought a full one up. I'm not even a quarter of the way dumping that last truck. So, well, he's waiting on that truck to be empty. I'm on to the other grain facility to make sure the dryer's still running. Get a moisture sample from it. Because there's really nothing else I could do other than I suppose sit here and shoot the shit for a minute. Well, that dryer was good. Looks like Cody's dumping the other trucks. No time was lost. Well, we just got, Dad just got done with that first little field we were in. It's, I think it was 25 acres. And it's right beside a 160 or 165 acre cornfield. So he's opening up that. In that field, we have a test plot. I mean, it's not a test plot from any company, it's just something we put out ourselves. There are, I think there's 7 different seed varieties from 4 different companies. And I'm pretty sure that it's 48 rows of each, or maybe it's 24 rows of each. Just throughout the season when we were filling up the planter, he typically fills it up at this farm. So anytime he'd switch varieties, he would just run down there, plant one strip down and back. And that's how we got that plot. But curious to see how that goes. I doubt we get to it today. It's about halfway down through the field, but it should be interesting data to see. Hopefully our field view climate will work good enough that we can get an accurate representation of the difference between those varieties and different companies, but we'll just have to see. I'm about to send George this camera. I'm going to call this George Cam. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully he doesn't break it. For the longest time, he thought all you had to do was turn this camera on and it was recording. We missed some good quality stuff because of that, but he has since been taught how to use the camera, so let's see what kind of footage we capture. Brought a truck down here and I brought George his George Cam, but riding around with him, that corn's laid over. It looks way worse than it is. In fact, George's girlfriend was saying how bad the corn was down, but really that corn's just kinked over. You'll see here in a minute whenever he starts getting up beside the combine, he's able to pick it up when it's like that. It's whenever it's completely uprooted or broke off at the roots is when it's hard to pick up. And he'll be able to get probably 95 to 98% of that, would be my guess. Here I get in this tractor cab to experience the gravy job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good God, you daggum maggot. That's terrible. You ain't even ate dinner yet. He's eating beans for dinner. This thing's gonna be green by the time you get out of it.
That's all right. I'm fine.
See you later. Fresh air. Woo.
My woman's bringing me something to eat. And it was not me that left the stinker a while ago. It was Brian, and then he got out and left. I just want everybody to know that. I know he won't publish this, but that's the truth.
A little dusty.
A little bit.
Well, guys, it's almost supper time. So as soon as Cody gets back here, I'm going to run up to the Valerio, as George calls it, and pick us all up some sandwiches and pizza. Healthy choice, I know, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, guys, realize before it gets much darker, I probably ought to check how much more room we got in this grain bin, because we are intending on running fairly late tonight. We've got another grain cart driver coming to relieve George, and then hopefully we can get in there 10,000 bushel tonight, but that remains to be seen. But either way, I need to check this bin, make sure we have plenty of space, because after this bin's full, we're going to be getting tight on space over here. It's going to be a lot of running around topping off grain bins. I'd rather not do that in the middle of the night.
The combine's not wanting to eat the corn now. It slowed way down. The sun went down and the corn got tough. That's a word on the street. We'll do thank you for supper.
Okay.
Come back when you can stay longer.
Freaking pizza delivery boy over here.
Things really slow down when we get in that down corn. It ain't gonna be too bad though, I don't think.
George, cam's over. Say bye. Everything running all right?
Yep. I'm hungry.
Yeah, down there next river. That one way, man.
All right, I'm just getting back to the grain bins. There's a pile of corn under the truck. I'm hoping that nothing happened to the leg. Okay, never mind. Whew. Seen that pile of corn, heart skipped a beat. I thought when Cody left, he maybe just shut the leg off. Most definitely got the wrong sandwich. Oh. One of these for sure. They don't tip you on how much food is in that sandwich. Third shift just got here. This is little George. That was George's son Ben that just came was in that last shot. He's gonna run the grain cart so George can go on home, I think. And we're gonna keep on rolling for a couple more hours. Try to get a few more bushel in here tonight.
Oh, bad dent.
What'd you do? The door.
Huh?
You did that.
I don't know. You know anything about it, Mr. Brown?
Apparently they just see my screw up. And we keep this crap up, we're going to end up getting something done today. I think that truck might be 11 or 12,000 bushel we've dumped. Another loaded one coming up, and looks like the grain cart's dumping, or about to dump on the other truck down there. So, heck yeah, we're moving right along for now. Got enough for about 4 more loads in that bin. I should mention most of this corn has been dry enough that we're just throwing it right in the bin. Between 15 to 16, 16.5 maybe. It is getting a little wetter. This last load was 17. And if I get another load like that, we'll probably have to start the dryer. Which, yeah, it's okay because we're just about out of space in that bin. So we'll just be filling up the wet bins then.
get you and check, fix the door.
Fix the door. What happened to the door?
Yeah.
That's true. Alright guys, we are moving the equipment in. There's enough down corn in this field that and it's starting to get a lot of dew on it. It's not feeding all that well, so that's going to be it for harvesting right now. Dad said he couldn't really make any progress. He's having to go extremely slow, and header was plugging up and stuff, so that's going to be it for corn tonight. We did end up getting a pretty decent amount done for the late start we got, and really as wet as it is, I didn't even figure we'd be able to shell tonight, so I'm pretty happy with the progress we made today. I think we're going to be able to run all day tomorrow and hopefully Wednesday, and then Thursday it's looking like 2 inches of rain. So we'll try to get done what we can in the time we got. But thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow me on Instagram at Brian's Farming Videos, Facebook at Brown Farms, and now there is also a Twitter page, Brian's Farming Videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.